Question 1. Cases for the modification. Case 1. Generally, the original condition has statements that can be converted into equations with variables. Example 1. After adding 100 gallons of oil to a tank, the volume of oil in the tank became 1/2 of the original capacity. What is the capacity of the tank? Condition 1. Before adding 100 gallons, the volume of oil in the tank was 1/4 of the original capacity. Condition 2. After adding 100 gallons to the tank, we were 200 gallons short of the original capacity. Solution. Now we will solve this DS question using the variable approach. Let's apply the 3 steps suggested previously. The first step of the variable approach. Modify the original condition and the question to suit the type of information given in the conditions. This is a priority and the most important step. The first step alone gives us a 30% chance of answering the question correctly. Case 1. Generally, the original condition has statements that can be converted into equations with variables. Be sure to remember this. You should master making equations from the statements in the original condition. We have to find the capacity of the tank if the volume of the oil in the tank becomes 1/2 of the original capacity when we add 100 gallons of oil to the tank. Let's take the initial capacity to be X and the total capacity to be C. The original condition further tells us that X plus 100 equals C/2, or 2 times X plus 200 equals C. Follow the second and the third steps. So, from the original condition, we have 2 variables, X and C, and 1 equation. 2 times X plus 200 equals C. To match the number of variables with the number of equations, we need 1 more equation. Since conditions 1 and 2 will provide 1 equation each, D would most likely be the answer. Recall 3 principles and choose D as the most likely answer. Let's take a look at each condition separately. Condition 1 tells us that before adding 100 gallons, the volume of oil in the tank was 1/4 of the original capacity. So, the 100 gallons are equal to 1/2 of the capacity minus 1/4 of the capacity. Then we get 1/2 minus 1/4 times C equals 100. 1/4 times C equals 100. That is, C equals 400. Since the answer is unique, the condition is sufficient by CMT2, which means that the number of answers must be 1. Condition 2 tells us that when we add 100 gallons to the tank, we need 200 more gallons to fill the entire tank. So, X plus 100 equals C minus 200. That is, X plus 300 equals C. But from the original condition, we know that 2 times X plus 200 equals C. So 2 times X plus 200 equals X plus 300. That is, X equals 100. And C equals X plus 300, which equals 100 plus 300, which equals 400. Since the answer is unique, the condition is sufficient by CMT2, which means that the number of answers must be 1. Each condition alone is sufficient. So, D is the correct answer. As shown above, in case 1, the original condition has statements that can be converted into equations with variables. Let's study hard and get a score above 50 in the GMAT math. Answer D.